You ready to go hunting? Huh? You ready to go hunting? Come on. Come on, come on. Good. Let's go see if we can kill a duck, okay? Let's go see if we can kill a duck. Tuned up a little bit. So the ducks ain't flying. We're gonna cook a little bit. What do you think?
Hungry.
It's gonna be good. Got a little cheese, a little sausage, a little bread, a little meat. We whacked the ducks this morning. We just didn't show y'all how many we killed.
Lost count.
Do what? The bacon takes away from the spam. Yep. Yep. And we finna have some more off here. Just a minute. Lordy mercy, let me tell y'all what I am. I am full as a tick. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm cold too. It was deadgum cold. It is back cold again in Mississippi. So kind of like lots of hunts go. It was a beautiful morning. The camaraderie was good with some buddies, but the ducks were slow, man. I think it's funny. We went there Wednesday. I think we killed 6 or 7, and should have killed probably another 6 or 7. Should have killed 12 or 15 at least. Worked several different groups of mallards and gadwall, saw a bunch of wood duck, killed some teal. And this morning, I bet we didn't see 7 or 8 wood ducks and saw one group of mallards that had 7 in it. And I would have figured, to be honest, that it would have been a whole lot better. Just because we had all the rain, then we had this big cold front for us, and normally ducks ride those hard north wind cold fronts, ride them down here. But I told PJ this morning, and I think what's happened, and I used to see this a lot. I used to be a big duck hunter 20 years ago. There for about 8 or 10 years. I mean, me and some of my buddies, Charlie Moody, Dan Parks, Nathan, Britt, Bookout, all of us. I mean, we fought the ducks about as hard as you could fight them. We chased them all over the Delta. But anyway, I have seen ducks on a bad cold front like this. I have seen, just like it brings ducks in, I have seen it push ducks away. So I kind of think maybe that's what went on this morning. You know, we had this 20-30 mile an hour wind the last couple of days, and them ducks jumped up in the air, got on that north wind and headed south. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But it was fun. It's fun to get together with PJ and the guys. Y'all know if you're gonna have a follow the Fanchers episode, you're gonna about have to eat good. I had on my lucky shirt Mom gave me for Christmas. This is the shirt I killed my buck with Dad. If you hadn't seen that video, man, you need to go back and watch that video, because I mean, the Lord opened the door, and just, I mean, you know, I'm not saying necessarily you should pray for a deer, but I mean, he just could not have blessed with Dad and I a better hunt than we had last week. So if you hadn't seen that hunt, it was probably one of my most memorable deer hunts ever, especially with Dad, because it's been so long since he and I had sat setting the shooting house together. But we had a great duck hunt this morning. We ate good, got home, and so that's always good. I'm gonna address something real quick, and this is not filler, although I wanted to be able to make an entire video today out of just the duck hunting, but didn't work out. But I've had a lot of comments, and even back during my elk hunt, and they've all been good comments, but mainly it's a question. And then with the deer we've killed, I don't know, I've killed 4 or 5 deer this year. Aiden's killed 4 or 5 deer this year. I killed an elk. Daddy's killed an elk. But everybody's like, man, Slade, what do y'all do with all that meat? So, and I mean, real quick too, there's been a lot of guys and gals ask, what did your elk score? Or what did that buck score the other day? I think I've touched on this, months and months and months ago, but it was when the channel was really small, and maybe some of you were not following along, watching and stuff like that then. I probably didn't know what a deer or elk scored till, I worked at Sports Center for 12 years or however long they were in Starkville. I worked for Owens Outfitters for 3, so that's 15 years in retail, probably after my 2nd or 3rd year at Sports Center. So that puts it back 12 years ago. People went to talking about deer and what they scored and this, that, and other. And I'm not discrediting that at all, okay? But it just wasn't something we did coming up. My dad, what a deer scored was the furthest thing from our mind. We hunted for a couple of reasons. One, because we love the outdoors and being together. And 2, when I grew up, that is all we eat, guys. The Fanchers buy more meat at the store, way more, my Fancher family, than my dad and mom did. We did not buy meat at the store, and my family don't buy a whole lot. Every now and then, we'll want a ribeye steak, or every now and then we'll have some chicken instead of eating turkey. But I just didn't know what deer scored, and a lot of people have asked what we doing with all the deer and what are we doing with all the elk. We eat every single bit of it, and by July, I'm telling y'all, August, we won't have any more elk. We won't have any more deer, and that is, I am being as honest as I can be. The buck I killed last Saturday, okay, a week ago today, I killed that good buck with Dad. Within 3 days, we had eat both tenderloins completely. Both tenderloins completely up. And inside loins too, because I throw them dudes on the grill and we eat them. Aiden can eat them in one sitting. One of the shoulders was completely no good. So the other shoulder, I cut up and I'll grind it. And then the 2 hindquarters made about 5 or 6 roasts. And we've already eaten a couple of roasts out of those hindquarters because I like to eat them when they're fresh. And we put them in the crock pot. I cut one up, or one big muscle out of that hindquarter, and made a big soup out. I had that hindquarter meat cut up. I had a couple of onions, a bell pepper, several whole carrots that I cut up. I put some butter beans in it. I put rice. I put noodles. And I put some broccoli in it right as soon as it started getting ready. But we eat it, and that's what I want you guys to know. I think a lot of hunters, outdoorsmen, get a bad rap because they, people say, well, hey, they're just going out hunting for what a deer scores, or what an elk scores, or for a turkey's beard, or for how much a bass weighs. I honestly could care less, okay? That is not why we hunt. That is not why we fish. That is not why we spend time in the outdoors. I go purely for the enjoyment and to put meat in the freezer. And look, you're a trophy hunter. I'm not knocking you for being a trophy hunter, but I'm going to go deer hunting this afternoon. And if a 4-point walks out there, we need some meat, then I'm going to shoot a 4-point. If a doe with two yearlings come out there, the yearlings are plenty big enough and old enough, then I'm going to kill a doe. Now, I don't want to shoot a young buck, but if that's all I see this afternoon, then that's what I'm going to shoot him. And here's the reason why, okay? I know that 4-point is a 1.5 years old, okay? 2.5 max. That doe that comes stepping out there that's got a nose that's this long, she may be 5 or 6 years old, and to be honest, not worth eating. So if I'm gonna sit down and eat a piece of deer meat, or I have Mr. Gary Walton over, or any of my buddies, or just whoever, and I'm gonna cook deer meat, and if you come to my house and you're eating a piece of meat, lots of times people don't ask, but if it's hamburger, if it's in a chili, if it's in soup, if it's in a stew, if it's on the grill, if it's fried, you eating a piece of deer meat if you're at the Fanchers. So anyway, I had rather feed those people, and I had rather eat a good young tender deer than I had an old deer. Now, I'll probably get some blowback from this because there's a lot of people that manage a deer herd, and I told somebody the other day, and I don't mean this to be ugly, we've been trying to kill them all since I was a little bitty kid, and can't do it. There's still plenty of deer, but anyway, that's what we do with all the deer and the turkeys and the fish. Back when all of our fishing videos were out, people were like, man, what do y'all do with all that bass? Look, that bass never even makes it to the freezer. I mean, we eat that stuff up quick, fast, and in a hurry. But, you know, I enjoy the comments. If y'all have questions or comments, make sure you put them down below. I'll always try to answer them. And hunting season's winding down here. It'll be turkey season before you know it, but let me tell you what I got coming up. So Aiden he's already been at school for a week. They're going to scrimmage inter-squad today, which is Saturday, tomorrow, which is Sunday, and then Monday. Of course, I'll have to work Monday. But baseball season's right around the corner, so I'm going to try to go down there this afternoon and watch some of that and try to start videoing some baseball. Tomorrow, depending on what time they do it with church and all, and then Monday, I'll be right back at work. But if it's to start seeing some baseball videos, the weather's going to start warming up a little bit, I'll fish a little bit. I'm about to get in a routine enough to where I can start videoing some of my work trips and kind of where I go and where I stay. I just, there's a lot of the work stuff that I, just can't show for whatever reason, or I'm with other customers. I'm also fit to start doing a little bit of bow work on the side. I got a couple guys. I got some strings and cables coming for a couple of guys that want to put strings and cables on bows. They want me to cut some airs that they've ordered online, stuff like that. Just little simple stuff. Mainly guys that are getting ready for the tournament season. So anyway, I appreciate y'all following the Fanchers. I hope you enjoy this video. Normally I don't get on here and do a lot of ranting. But sometimes the Lord opens the door for it, so I'm going to do so. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. It is a new year, okay? A new year. And with this new year, if you're not involved in a church family somewhere, and I know I have been guilty of this before. Sometimes we just go to preaching, but find you a local church. Get involved in that local church. Go to Sunday school, guys. Sunday school is before preaching. That is where your church family's at, okay? Get involved in a local church. Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. Try to start doing you a quiet time, a little alone. Maybe we can start doing a quiet time at least once a week together. Maybe I can start doing a little devotion on here. Make sure you're tithing, giving to the Lord what is His. It's all His anyway, and He requires that of us. But change it up a little bit for 2023. I appreciate every one of you. God bless. Jesus saves. Tomorrow will be some baseball. We'll see y'all there.